bringing you the latest from Utah State University's Uinta Basin Regional Campus. This is Aggie Update. Now, here's your host, Bob Peterson.
Thanks for joining us today on Aggie Update. On this week's program, we've invited Dr. David Woolstenhulme, who was with the Huntsman School of Business at Utah State University right here in the Uinta Basin. Welcome, David.
Thanks, Bob. It's good to be here with you again.
Notice I addressed you as David. It's usually, Dave and I are good friends, so it's usually Dave or hey you, but I gave him credit he's due. Dr. Woolstenhulme. Just got your doctorate from University of Wyoming just a few years ago.
Just a few years ago, yeah. Got it from the University of Wyoming, and it's always good to have that behind you.
So with that, that's when you joined the Huntsman School of Business as a faculty member with them.
Yeah, I've been three years now with Huntsman School of Business. I was a faculty member here in the Uinta Basin. Of course, I've been here in the Uinta Basin for, seems like almost 20 years now. Real close to that is in some role, but yeah, now I'm with the Huntsman School of Business teaching business courses, so a lot of fun.
Dave, Dr. Woolstenhulme, I'll go with the Dave now if that's okay.
Dave would be great, please, Bob.
Dave joins three other faculty members here in the Basin, his wife Karen Woolstenhulme, Dennis Gardner, and we're also looking for a new accountant, is that right?
Yeah, right now, Bob, actually we're in the search process. The job should be posted here in the next couple of days. I'm looking for an accounting instructor, so that'll round out our business program here, and we'll be able to offer the courses and the degree programs that we need to satisfy the needs of those here in the Basin.
You know, when you talk about, Dave's been in worked in numerous capacities here with the Uinta Basin, worked for a few years as an interim executive director, so well familiar with the faculty we have, Dave, and you look at the business program with 4 full-time faculty members, that speaks really well of our area and the popularity of the business programs.
Well, we see the business programs just growing and growing, and it's true. The more faculty you have here, I mean in the Uinta Basin, the more popular our programs become, because students have people they can relate with, they have people they can go in and visit with, talk about, help them understand the importance of having a business degree and some things they can do with a business degree as they graduate. So absolutely, as we see the regional campuses throughout the whole state, as well as here in the Uinta Basin, hiring more business faculty, we see those numbers start to increase at a very rapid rate.
Yeah. Now, Dave, speak for a moment to our audience about, you know, it wasn't always the case where business program, we took a little dip in enrollments because of some accreditation issues, and thanks to some major players, even community players here in the legislature, we were able to gain some monies to help us. Is that right?
Well, that was huge. Back in 07, 08, somewhere around there, we had some local legislatures that proposed and went to bat for some money from legislatures for that purpose, for regional campus faculty throughout the whole state, not just here in the Uinta Basin, but throughout the whole state. And with that, was able to hire, I was one of those faculty members that was hired through, they call it House Bill 185, which was money was appropriated for the regional campuses, and was able to hire faculty throughout the whole state. And and you look back at that now, in fact, we've just been doing some analysis with that, and looking back of the programs that have been built from that. It's just been amazing what that's done for the Uinta Basin, and again for the whole regional campus system. We see those programs really starting to flourish, because now we can teach our own programs, and we're not totally dependable on all those classes being broadcast from Logan. We have our faculty throughout the whole state that's broadcasting throughout the system.
Yeah. Plus, you have with the 4 faculty members here, you have a lot of people. You have experts in the field, if you will, for students to come and visit with and feel really part of the program since you're here.
Absolutely, and that's what we try to do, and that's what we want to be. We want to be available to students. They can come in, they can visit with us. If they have ideas, helping to put a business plan together, or maybe answering some questions they may have about certain topics or different things that they have on their mind. We'd love to sit down with them. We do it all the time. Sit down with them, discuss possibilities, and just be able to answer the questions they have.
The nice thing is too, with a lot of the programs we have the local support, 20+ faculty here, Dave, but we also have, we rely on Logan's campus for sometimes advising. In the case of business, we have business advisors there who still want to be very much part of the students' academic planning stage.
That's probably the most exciting thing for me, is to see the departments in Logan engaged in the regional campus process. Yeah. At no other time since I've been at Utah State University has that connection been as strong as it is now. And a lot of that goes back to President Albrecht. Yeah. One campus, one student body, you know, and that's how it is it really is we are constantly involved with our peers in Logan, our colleagues in Logan, and we're connected, and they're just as concerned about our regional campus students as they are their students on campus, which is nice to see, because then our students are getting the same attention, if you will, as a student going to school in Logan.
I think they're seeing that more than they ever have before. When we come back from break, we're going to visit more with Dr. Woolstenhulme about the business program and leading into graduate degrees. So we'll be back in just a moment.
At Utah State University, we understand your priorities because we live in the same communities. We realize you don't want to give up what you love to get what you need. That's why we offer over 40 quality degree programs in communities throughout Utah.
Welcome back to Aggie Update. We're joined here today with David Woolstenhulme, who works a faculty member with the Huntsman School of Business. Works right here in the Uinta Basin campus. Dave, you know, we wear different hats in our jobs and what we do, and one of your hats now, you find yourself as the Associate Director, working under Dean Edwards, and largely the management team is Dean Edwards, Boyd Edwards, the Associate Dean, Derek Tollefson, and yourself as Associate Director.
Yeah, that's just all been put into place just the last couple of months, and so it's kind of nice to have that all finalized and be able to break out our duties and assignments and be able to help Dean Edwards do a few things. One of the things that we found right off the bat is there's just too much work out here at this particular regional campus for a dean to handle everything, and so he's broke out a few of those responsibilities and asked a few of us to help him.
He's welcome to help. Talk about enrollments. I mean, here we are, fall semester, and you know, we kind of come and go as the cycle of the economy is here, but something unique this year.
It's really exciting to me, Bob. In fact, it's probably the most exciting thing we talk about right now is our enrollments up 6.5% from this time last fall, and that's how we compare enrollments is from fall to fall semester. So fall of 2010, we're up 6.5% from that. And what's exciting about it is we kind of see the economy on a little bit of an upswing, but yet our enrollments are increasing as well. Usually, you hit it right on the head. Usually, the economy's up, people are back to work, and our enrollments drop a little bit. And that's not what we're seeing this time. We're seeing the increase. And so it's exciting. I think it goes back to what we talked about earlier, about degree programs that are available, opportunity that the students have to be able to work full-time and still come to school and get their degrees to where they have options.
Some of the degree programs that I've seen that we've seen growth in, not only in business, but we see elementary education, a lot of students coming back into education fields. And with the emphasis on science faculty now, we're hopeful that the science program will grow like as it has. Some other areas, I think the wildlife program, so we're seeing growth in all the areas, which is tremendous. Dave, you also, in our last few minutes here, we want to talk a little bit about graduate degrees, because you've been instrumental in helping teach in the Master's in Human Resource degree that we have, a graduate degree in business, a very popular program that we had a wonderful cohort last year that's getting ready to end their 2-year cycle this coming year, and we've got a new cohort starting in January of 2012.
The cohort that started 2 years ago, if you'd asked them 2 years ago, they probably would have never thought this thing would have ended. They've been to school pretty much every weekend, with a few breaks in there for the last 2 years. But they've got one course left now to finish up, and it's fun to look at that. And as I've taught a few of those courses throughout those 2 years, they're just some outstanding students. We have 9 local students here in the basin that's in that program, and they're just absolutely wonderful students and doing wonderful things, and the career opportunities that they have now. A lot of them are already employed where they're going to be, but from talking to those students, the training, the experience they've had through that program has just elevated them to a level to where they feel very comfortable with the opportunities either lay ahead of them or the opportunities they're presently in.
Well, and you're right, when they begin the program, it's like, oh, 2 years, but it's gone, and they're graduating at the end of this term. They'll go through graduation during our commencements, but they're through with their classes. And probably a lot of you know those people who are in those programs. We know people, some good friends of ours are in the class, and they just loved it, like Dave said. So a new cohort starting January 2012. Right now is the time for any interested students to work on getting your GRE, and that's one of the graduate placement exams that's required. But Dave, the emphasis isn't necessarily going to be on that score.
Well, we went back. This was a degree program that we hadn't had for several years. I was in this exact degree program 15 years ago. I was one of the last students that went through it, and then the degree program was taken away from regional campus students. We fought to get that back, but as we fought to get the program back, we also fought that saying, look, these are not your traditional students that are coming right out of an undergraduate program, and we all know the GRE is a lot of math-based. It's, you know, coming right out of college, you'd probably do really well in that. But a lot of our students, if you look at the 9 students, they've all been out working in the workforce for several years. One of their biggest fears is to have to go back and take that exam. So what we've done is we went to the graduate office and others and said, look, we need something to base their entrances on besides just the GRE score. And now they're looking at professional experience. And they're looking at some other things that the students can provide us rather than just that GRE score. Yes, it's something that has to be taken, but is that the only determining factor? No. Okay, it's a very small determining factor on the scale rather than they become admitted into that program, so, which we're excited about.
Yeah.
We don't feel like that the GRE score really gives us that criteria that we need to see if the student will be successful in that degree program.
So students, if you're interested in perhaps a master's in a business field, here it is, a master's in human resource management, a very popular program nationwide. Again, you have great support with Dr. Woolstenhulme and others around the Logan campus system to help you. And also, time is out, but also some great scholarships that are going to come your way for people who are interested in graduate degrees. So make sure you give us a call. You can talk to Dave or go on our website. We'll have information there about our wonderful master's programs.
That's the exciting thing. There's going to be money available, scholarships made available to help these students through the program. So, but again, the time is here now.
Yep.
We need to start the application process, get you matriculated into the program, get everything we need to have done so that we can make those scholarships available to you.
You're only a few short months away, so come see us real soon. Dr. Woolstenhulme, thanks for joining with us.
Good to be here with you.
That's it for today's program on Aggie Update. We'll look forward to seeing you next time.